Hello students, let's start a new chapter, that is sentence. So in previous classes we have already learned what a sentence is. A sentence is a group of few words arranged in a particular manner. Arranged in a manner means it should give a sense, a proper meaning. And one more thing we learned about sentence, that was a sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a mark. What these marks can be, it depends on the nature of the sentence, what kind of a sentence is. So here in this lesson we are going to learn about the kinds of sentences. Basically there are so many kinds of sentences, but in this class we are going to learn about three kinds of sentences. Let's understand this here. So students, we use three kind of marks at the end of every sentence. What these marks can be? First one is this. We call it a full stop. We use full stop to show that a sentence is completed, and the nature of sentence is simply a statement. Whenever we simply tell or describe something, we use simple sentences and we call them simple statements also, and these sentences are also known as assertive sentences. Remember, we call these sentences as statement also. Now our second mark is a question mark. So this is our question mark. We put question mark after every question. We call it a question mark, and we use question mark after every question. So these sentences are also known as questions, and we call them interrogative sentences also. Now the third mark that we use after sentence, that is an exclamation mark. So this is an exclamation mark, or we call it a mark of exclamation. So the sentences after which we use this mark are known as exclamatory sentences. So here you can see these three marks a sentence. Now let's understand about these marks and these kind of sentences in detail in this video. So students, a sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends either with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamatory mark. Now let's see the types of sentences. So in this chapter we are going to see the three main types of sentences. First one is assertive sentences, second one is interrogative sentence, and third one is exclamatory sentence. Now let's see what are assertive sentences. So when a sentence says something or simply give a statement of something, it is called an assertive sentence. Now let's understand this with the help of these examples. The first example is, the teacher taught us a new lesson. So in this example, in this sentence, the first letter is in capital form and the sentence is ending with a full stop, because it is simply a statement. We call these sentences assertive sentences also. Now second example is David stood first in the race. So David is first word of this sentence, and that's why D is in capital, and this sentence is also ending with the full stop. So I hope you learned the assertive sentences and the statements. Now the next kind of sentences are interrogative sentences. Whenever a sentence asks a question, it is called an interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence always ends with a question mark. Now let's understand this with these examples. The first example is, where are we going? So here the sentence is starting with a capital letter. Whatever kind of sentence is this, it has to be started with a capital letter. Okay, now it is ending with a mark, and this mark is known as a interrogative mark, or we call it a question mark also. So in next example, when will the train arrive? So when will the train arrive? This question is also ending with a question mark, and it is a sentence, that is why it is starting with a capital letter also. Now let's see the third kind of sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. When a sentence expresses a strong feeling, it is called an exclamatory sentence. It can be any feeling, feeling of sorrow, feeling of joy, feeling of anger. So students, an exclamation mark is used whenever a sentence gives a sudden kind of feeling. That feeling can be an emotion of anger, an emotion of fear, or sorrow, or joy. So students, now let's see the example. First one is, what a beautiful flower. So here this sentence is ending with an exclamation mark and starting with a capital letter, and is giving a sudden expression of joy. What a beautiful flower. Next one is, hooray, we won the match. So here also we are expressing our joy, a sudden joy. That's why we have used an exclamation mark here, and this sentence is also starting with a capital letter. So students, let's revise what we have learned here. We have learned three kinds of sentences. First one was statement, or we can call it assertive sentence. Second one is interrogative sentence, and third one is exclamatory sentence. We use three different marks to show or to represent what kind of sentences these are. Let's revise these marks also. First one was full stop, that shows that a sentence is simply a statement. Second one was question mark, that shows that the given statement or sentence is a question, is asking something. Third one was exclamatory. So this was the mark, and exclamatory sentences shows, and exclamatory sentence shows sudden expressions of fear, anger, joy, etc. So now I hope you learned all these sentences. Now that's it for today, students. We'll be back with other sessions. Till then, take care.